I'd like to introduce now Roberto Zangrandi, who's also based in Brussels. His company, Enel, Director of European Institutional Relations. Obviously, his company experience in a number of European economies. Roberto.
Thank you, Steve. So my only discomfort is that I am representing a sector that has got no illicit trade or smuggling. That could be quite a solution. So power generation has not experienced so far kind of cross-border smuggling. And there is maybe one constraint more in terms that most probably if you have to keep your production lines working, this could be also quite interesting, not going illicit, of course, but considering the volume, the global volume of the potential demand. But I also represent a sector that has been declared not later than 1 year ago by Citigroup the second worst sector in the European Union where to invest. So uninvestable, worse than the banks themselves. So I'm a bit, in a way, always puzzled when I must confront the theory of growth with the fact that a wide perception about the investments in my sectors are so negative. You cannot grow without investment, and my sector needs huge investment. On one side, there are the individual resources of the companies operating there. On the other side, there are the legislative regulations and from Brussels directives that have got a strong influence on this sector. So without going into many details, I was surprised when a top-ranking official in the Commission was surprised by the fact that currently there are some 25 directives, regulations, or pieces or potential pieces of regulations or legislations under discussion in Brussels. And these adds to some 45 already existing and operating pieces of legislation impacting on my sectors, plus further 8 pieces of legislation that are regulating side sectors that have an impact on my industrial area. So how can you possibly go for a continent-wide growth perspective if you have got 4 commissioners plus a number of DGs in Brussels that are not just 4 but are 7 altogether that have got a say on your sector? This implies a lot of working. This implies a lot of clarification and explanations. But this also requires a lot of time to be solved. So what we are now starting to call for as a trade association and also as an individual company is just a simplification or even a moratorium on the legislative aspect. This is difficult to envisage, but for real, to grow, we need to go simple. And to grow, we need to remove all those regulatory obstacles that render so different one energy market from another in this continent. And without any kind of simplification, we are most probably going to face a further uninvestibility of this sector and no possibility to attract the money which is indispensable for key investments, and the key investments being infrastructures, new modernized capacity, smart demand-side management, and operational integration with all those new actors that are coming up on this market. The electric power is not just electric power nowadays, must be integrated in the future with information and communication technology, must face other competitors on the market itself, and will have to confront with a new generation of electricity sellers that have not enjoyed the heaviness and the burden of industrial investments in the past. But I will elaborate maybe more during the debate on this.
Thank you, Roberto. Well, there's a easy headline with a moratorium on new legislative measures in the European Union. Good luck with that.
Thank you.